Hey, what's going on? It's yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks. And what am I going to talk about today? How about weathering the storm? You know, it's an interesting thing when we talk about weathering the storm, because the storm could be an actual storm that's downpouring with water and thunder, or it could simply be just an emotional passage. It could simply be a hardship. It could be a lot of different things. Today, I'm going to talk about an actual storm of rain, right? The other day, me and a buddy of mine, Jesse, we were doing the LED wall over at Workplay. And so we had the electric vehicle set up, looked really good. And that's the thing about, you know, LED, which that's what Moon Man does. There's a plug. It looks really good, right? It's a big picture, screen set, bright, vivid, captured amazing on the cameras. But after all of that goes down, there's the work. You got to break down all these individual screens and all the cables and all the stands and all these other things, right? See, some people love the image, but don't want to do the work. And LED stuff requires work. But that's not a problem, because that's what we do. We accept that that's what goes along with it. So we're breaking it down, everything's in the cases, and we roll it to the back door. And as soon as we lift the gate, it's raining really hard, the downpour. Now that's the part that people don't accept. They don't accept the rain on top of the work, right? So we have the expectation of, I've got to come in, I've got to break these things down. And now we have the thing on top of that that adds the adversity. See, that's the part about the next level that a lot of people don't understand. The next level is all about you being able to do what you normally do with a sprinkle of adversity. That's how it's done. And those people that are able to stand in the middle of adversity and still do what they do at the level that people expect, well, there's the prize. So now, it's raining, there's a loading dock, so we'll just roll the truck up to the rolling dock. We'll just load the truck back to the loading dock. Well, the gate's locked. So now, gate's locked, can't get that way. Why don't we just go up the ramp? We roll up the ramp, and the lift gate scrubs the ramp. So now we can't roll up the ramp. Okay, let's put some wood under the wheels. We put wood under the wheels to see if it can raise it up. That doesn't work. And at that point, I'm thinking, you know what? I don't want to put Jesse through this anymore. We'll just call it a night. We're not going to finish tonight, and, you know, it's going to be okay. And he looks at me and he says, we're already here. So let's just finish the work. Now, the interesting thing about that is that for a person to suggest, let's finish the work, they have to believe that there's something in you that will enable you to push through the adversity and get to the end. See, nobody's asking anybody to do things that they don't expect that they have within them to complete. Now let's break that down. People don't ask people into difficult situations unless they truly believe that they have the capacity to perform inside of that scenario. What am I saying, people? Some of us are not getting asked to do difficult tasks because the people around us do not believe we have it in us to get it done. And that, my friend, is preventing us from going to the next level. Because if we have to be honest with ourselves, are we the caliber of person that we believe people should call on when things get tough? Because if not, then you're going to stay at the same level. And so when he told me that, by him being willing to go in there with me, I said, hey, it's put up or shut up. Let's do this. And that fire that was already there blazed up brighter. See, a lot of us, we have the fire in us, but we need other people to fan it a little bit so that it'll blaze up. And then adversity is that thing that gives us the opportunity to be fanned to blaze up. People, it's time to not run away from the thing that's causing you or that will cause you to blaze up into something bigger and brighter. It's the adversity that reveals what was already there. But a lot of times to get that flame started, it needs the spark from somebody who believes that you're capable. So let's not run from the adversity. Let's run to the adversity, but make sure we have the right people around us. Make sure we have ourselves in a place to where we can overcome the adversity ourselves, because we also have to believe it. Just because somebody else sees it does not mean you believe it. So what am I saying, people? It's time to start building ourselves up by consciously and consistently working through the tough lumps. The work's going to be there. If I would have had to come back later on, I would have just done it by myself because I'm capable. But the adversity was being able to be vulnerable enough to work with somebody else inside a hard time and be able to show that, hey, I too get doubtful. I too get afraid. I too question my ability. But that's why you got to have people that's going to lock arms with you and say, I know you're made of this material because I'm made of this material, and I don't hang with people that are not of the same material. People, it's time to not be a zero. And a zero is a non-factor. A zero is the person that you call, and if they show up or don't show up, it does not affect the end result. You want to be the person that if you're not there, people know it. Because you are a linchpin. You are a connecting part. You are a catalyst. You are a PowerPoint. You are the explosion that's waiting to you are the chain reaction that's ready to go off. But you got to believe it. And it's through the adversity that you'll see it. It's through the other people pushing you in the uncomfortable times. Sometimes that are raining. Sometimes that are storms. Sometimes that are snow. Sometimes that are, plug in whatever scenario that you don't like. And it's through that we end up on the other side, which is now people expect us and they call us because they know that we'll be able to perform at a high level no matter what. Hey everybody, this is yours truly, Kevin Key. Kevin Key Speaks. And I believe in you. I think you're championship material. And I think that you have what it takes to overcome the adversity while doing what's normally expected of you. It's time to prove it. It's time to show up. It's time to get rained on. Yours truly, Kevin Key, KevinKeySpeaks.com.